Close your eyes and imagine a village where the clock stopped 50 years ago, not because they ran out of battery, but because time itself was forbidden to move forward. Imagine 500 families vanishing into thin air in a single night, leaving behind warm food on the tables and half-written letters, with no footprints leading out of the gates. This isn't a movie plot. This is the haunting reality of Kuldhara, and today, I will take you inside the walls that still scream at night. The sun was setting over the golden sands of Rajasthan, casting long, eerie shadows that seemed to reach out like desperate fingers from the ruins of Kuldhara, a place where the wind doesn't just blow, it whispers secrets of a betrayal so deep that the soil itself turned poisonous for human life. For 7 centuries, the Paliwal Brahmins lived here in peace, building a civilization that was ahead of its time, with scientific ventilation and cooling systems that kept their homes icy cold even in the scorching 50-degree heat, but their prosperity became their curse when the gaze of a tyrant fell upon the village chief's daughter. Salim Singh, the Prime Minister of Jaisalmer, known for his cruelty and insatiable greed, didn't want their gold or their land. He wanted the girl, and he gave the villagers an ultimatum that would expire at dawn: hand over the daughter or watch the entire community perish under the sword. Most people would fight or flee, but the Paliwals did something that defied the laws of physics and history, because when the soldiers arrived the next morning, they didn't find a single soul, no bullock carts, no crying children, no dead bodies, just an echoing silence and a curse that chilled the air. As you walk through these ruins today, the atmosphere changes instantly. Tourists have reported hearing the laughter of children coming from empty courtyards, and paranormal investigators have recorded voices in ancient dialects pleading for the light to be turned off. Even the government has put up a board warning people not to stay after sunset, because those who tried to spend the night in Kuldhara often woke up miles away with no memory of how they got there, or worse, they didn't wake up at all. Scientists have tried to explain it as a mass migration due to an earthquake or a sudden drying of the wells, but how do you explain the lack of footprints? How do you explain the fact that in 200 years, not a single person has been able to spend a full night inside the chief's house without feeling a pair of invisible hands tightening around their throat? The walls are made of yellow sandstone, but if you touch them, they feel unnaturally cold, vibrating with the residual energy of 1,000 people who chose to vanish into the shadows rather than surrender their dignity. How do you explain the fact that in 200 years, not a single person has been able to spend a full night inside the chief's house without feeling a pair of invisible hands tightening around their throat? The walls are made of yellow sandstone, but if you touch them, they feel unnaturally cold, vibrating with the residual energy of 1,000 people who chose to vanish into the shadows rather than surrender their dignity. Imagine the terror of that final night, the flickering torches, the hurried whispers, the elders gathering in the temple to cast a spell so powerful that it would bar any human from ever living on this land again. They didn't just leave, they erased themselves from the map of the living. Even today, local guards refuse to go near the step well after dark, claiming they see a woman in white standing at the edge, staring into the depths where the water has long since turned to dust. The mystery of Kuldhara isn't just about where they went, but how they left. Some say they found a secret underground tunnel leading to the Himalayas, while others believe they stepped into another dimension entirely, leaving us with nothing but crumbling stones and a chilling reminder that some secrets are better left buried under the desert sands. If you ever find yourself standing in the middle of these ruins as the sun dips below the horizon, listen closely to the wind, because it's not just the sound of the desert, it's the collective breath of a ghost village that refuses to die, waiting for the one person who can finally break the curse. But be careful what you wish for, because in Kuldhara, the shadows don't just follow you, they wait for you to become one of them.